Guys, Kempo back here again. Just came out yesterday watching the UFC 305 in Perth, and what a show it was. My gosh, when I was watching it, it was awesome, but it was a bad weekend in general to be my Sportsbet account because I didn't win too much. Probably came out losing, but I did win one bet in the end, and it probably made back about 2/3 or half of my money. But anyways, UFC 305, some of the highlights that stuck out in my brain. Jack Jenkins, he absolutely annihilated Gilbert Burns' little brother. Can't even remember his first name, but he leg kicked him to hell. He body shot him, outstruck him, and pretty much sat him on his ass. And he did not want to get up. The ref even asked, said, "Get up, or I'm going to call it." And he said, "No muss, no muss." And didn't get up, and that was Jack Jenkins with a TKO in round 3. Fantastic. That was one of my favorites of the night, but that was in the prelims. What else? That was the women's fight, which I kind of was like, oh yeah, it's alright. Casey O'Neill coming up, pretty dominant victory. Another few highlights in my brain. There was the Li Jiang fight against the Brazilian guy. I can't remember his name, but I betted on him to win by TKO. And first guy ever to knock out Li Jiang. My God, he hit him with that right hook, hit him with the 1-2 down the pipe. I don't know how many times, but man, he knocked him to oblivion. That was another standout for me. Bam Bam losing to Rosenstruck. I did think maybe Rosenstruck's got a good jab. He's pretty technical. He'll probably keep Bam Bam distance, but I did predict maybe Bam Bam can get it scrappy and get the finish in that way. But congratulations to Rosenstruck. He was able to keep it at distance, and he stuck to his game plan, and it worked. So that was a split decision. One judge had it 30-27 Bam Bam. No idea how he got that. I think Bam Bam lost every round. As much as I love him and I wanted him to win, he lost every round to Rosenstruck, I thought. What else was there that I can remember? Oh, one of my favorites, and I was so glad I was wrong with this one. Dan Hooker versus Gamrot. I thought the smart man is betting on Gamrot because Dan Hooker's had trouble wrestlers and stuff before. But my heart wanted to go with Dan Hooker, and this time I'm glad I was wrong. I went Gamrot, and I'm very glad because watching Dan Hooker, he pretty much stuffed most of the takedowns that Gamrot got. He nearly knocked him out in the first round, and he got that split decision in the end. But and it was a close fight. But Dan Hooker's never in a boring fight. He has that moment on the stool in one of the ends of the rounds, and he's saying, "I love this shit. This is so good. I loved it. So amazing. So glad he got the win." And that's another big win in a row. So he's really pumped himself back in there. I think he should go for the BMF title because, my God, that man has done so much for that company. He just keeps fighting, and it's not like he's losing, he's winning. Like he was on and off losing and winning. This time, he's on a good winning streak. So get him that BMF title shot, I reckon. Another big standout, Kai Kara France. Another one. Steve Erzik. Oh, my Perth boy got knocked the fuck out. Boy, that was a big overhand, he managed to back Steve Erzik up. He hit a couple shots, and he backed him up. He dipped his head down and came with a looping left hook, I think it was. Looping left hook or right hook right onto Steve Erzik's chin, because Steve Erzik had his chin in the air. Dip down, over the top, bang, clean shot. Steve Erzik goes down, and that's how it does. Another one that was surprising, but look, I know Steve Erzik's Perth boy, but I wasn't even mad. Kai Kara France is awesome, and he earned that win. That was great. In the main event, oh my gosh, this was a great card. The main event, I did predict Dricus. Last minute, I put him by submission. I chucked a fiver on him by submission, and bloody glad I did, because every other bet wasn't coming through. My multis were going bad. But that was the one that made back most of my money, thank gosh. Because Dricus, Izzy, I even wouldn't mind seeing them in a rematch, because those first 2-3 rounds, that back and forth, it was one of those ones where, like, I was trying to judge it, but each one was close, because usually I sit there and I'll be like, okay, I think he won, he got this, and he got that. But this is one of those fights I'm just sitting there going, wow, what a fight. These guys are smashing each other. Izzy with the combinations, hitting the body shots in the head shots, and then Drick is hitting every now and then he would hit just one hard shot or one or two hard shots. He would go for a couple of takedowns. Izzy stuffed a couple. Drickers did get him down a couple of times, but it wasn't until that fourth round, like both of them hit each other hard. It wasn't until that fourth round where Drickers was getting lit up on the feet. He landed a couple of hard shots every now and then, but I think Izzy was winning the round. Drickers gets that, he must have hit Izzy on the retreat. Izzy was trying to fade out. Drickers managed to cut him off just enough to hit him on the side of the head, which stumbled Izzy. He lands a rugby tackle takedown. He was definitely watching the Wallabies the night before, the Springboks the night before, and manages to get to Izzy's back, choke him out, and wow, what a finish. I was watching it at a pub, the Varsity, and the place erupted. That place, full of South Africans. Perth is very full of South Africans. And my wife's South African, and the place just erupted. It was incredible. It's been a good couple of weeks with South Africans. Springboks beating Wallabies twice. They had their Bockhorse Festival, and now their middleweight champion just beat one of the best ever. So, bloody fantastic it was. It was awesome. What an event. And my God, like on the underdogs, a lot of underdogs won. So if you're betting on a lot of underdogs, you're winning quite a bit of money at the end of the day. But anyways, that was my UFC. Well, that's just a reaction, really. Raw thoughts of UFC 305. Catch you later on the next one.